Welcome YouTubers to Sneakers and Up. This is a channel where we talk about all brands, hype shoes and non-hype shoes. We also bring you topics and perspectives that others can't talk about, they won't talk about, or they're afraid to talk about. I'm GC and my co-host Dante is not here today, so I'm flying solo. Today I'm going to talk about how to bring new life to your sneakers or bring more originality to your sneakers with lace swaps. So let's get started. First up, I have here the Saucony Burgers. This is a shoe that was made with End, and I'm not going to go into all the details because I can talk about that in our Heat, Sleep, or Nah episodes. But this is a shoe that came with these pink laces here, and I swapped it for the white laces. I think the white laces give it more pop, and that's a lace swap I did. Next up, we have these. These are the Adidas ZX800s Undefeated David Beckhams. They were designed by James Bond, who's one of the, I guess, executives or owners of, or designers of Undefeated. And these came with these brown laces, which I thought were very boring. So I swapped it with the white lace alternatives that came with it. Next up, we have the Puma Sahara pack. I think this was a collab with Size, and these came with these brown laces, which I thought was, very bland. And I think a lot of people slept on these shoes because of the brown laces, but I looked at them and said, oh, these will look dope with the white laces. I like how the white balances out with the midsole. So this is the Puma Saharas, and I made the lace swap to give it more life, from this to this. Next up, we got a classic, the Air Max 1. Red. I forgot what the red color is, but there's various versions. But this is the Air Max 1 OG, kind of vintage. And yes, the shoe's very dirty because I actually wear my shoes a lot. And the lace swap I did, if you couldn't tell already, is just I switched from the traditional white laces to the old school fat laces. I really love the look of these with the fat laces. Next. We have here the Asics Ronnie Fieg collaboration KFE. And this shoe was made in, I guess, celebration of the Brazil World Cup, where Brazil got destroyed. And these came with the blue laces by default and a white pair of laces. But they also came with these gold, kind of gold and bluish rope laces. And I put those in there because I like the way they look with them. Gives it more pop, more balance. Next up, this is a somewhat polarizing shoe. My co-host Dante does not like it at all. This is the Teal 4. I love this shoe. I love the colors. And these came with these black laces. And for me, the black laces kind of made them too dark or kind of boring. But the white laces, to me, give them a nice pop and it matches the midsole. So again, the whole point of this is just to try to give my shoes some originality so I don't look like everybody else. Next up, another favorite of mine. This one breaks a lot of necks or gets a lot of heads, turns a lot of heads. This is the De La Soul Nike SB Dunk Low. And these came with these green laces and a pair of brown laces. And I swapped them for the pair of yellow laces that came with the De La Soul Dunk Highs. This is a very fun shoe to wear, especially during the summertime. All right. Next up, we have the old school Rod Lavers, Adidas. Now these are not Stan Smiths. These are Rod Lavers. See, it says in the back, Rod Laver. This is a shoe from a tennis player who was very popular in the 60s and I think early 70s. This shoe, again, just like the Air Max 1 OGs, came with thin white laces, and I swapped them out for these thick or fat white laces. Okay, next up we have the Saucony, the tongue's kind of acting up on me, it's not behaving, but we have the Saucony Ubiz Sunset Pack right here. And these came with these laces, which I thought were very boring, didn't really do much for it, but they also came with these black laces, so I swapped them out and put the black laces in. And last, but definitely not least, boom. This is actually not a lace swap. This is a color swap. These are the Air Jordan 4 Pure Moneys. If you look here, it says Pure Money or Pure and then a $, I believe. And these shoes were all white. And I think the these little waffle things here, those I think were gray. But a good friend of mine, Ben Aguayo, sorry about my bad Spanish pronunciation, he repainted these to be the white Sand 4s, which is what I love, a shoe that I love, but they didn't make them in my size. So he repainted it. He painted the Jumpman blue, and he painted the, as you can see, the parts that are that kind of brown tannish color. those were all white or gray before, and he painted them to be this color. So this is not a lace swap, this is a color swap. So there you have it, guys. Again, just a little way that you can, you know, add a little bit more originality or color, or just, yeah, just do something different. You know, also you can breathe life into shoes that maybe were kind of boring. But one thing I like to do is just do something that other people don't have when I can. And then also I like to make sure that if the laces that they come with are not very good, swap them out. There's some people who are hardcore and they stick to their OG laces, not me. Anyways, I'm GC, this is Sneakers and Up. If you like what we're talking about, if you like this content, please leave a comment, subscribe, like, and I'll see you later.